All right, so before we get started with this video, man, I want to give a quick disclaimer and let you guys know that in no way, shape, or form am I saying that I'm the Uber guru, that I know it all, that I have all of the answers. There's no other Uber driver better than me. I know how people get so in their feelings whenever it comes to people sharing their experiences and giving out advice and sharing their own acquired knowledge here on YouTube. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. If there's any other tips that y'all could think of that I might have missed out on, feel free to drop them down in the comments. But let's keep it friendly, all right? So with that being said, man, let's jump straight into this video because I feel that I have a lot of valuable information to share with you guys, especially if you are looking to start driving Uber in the Charlotte area. I've had a lot of y'all reach out to me asking me, when's the best time to drive? Where should I drive? And I figured, why not give y'all an updated video from when I did the 2 racks a week challenge by Ronnie Speed. So let me give y'all an update on what I've learned after completing almost 3,000 rides, man. So let's get into it. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy JMO704, and on this video, man, I want to give you guys a complete guide to driving Uber in Charlotte. And again, I'm not claiming to be Mr. Know-It-All whenever it comes to driving Uber, but I do hope that everything that I go over in this video does help you guys. First question many people want to know is, when is the best time to drive Uber? And for me, from my experience, getting up early, you want to make sure you start your day early. Do not wait until 9-10 o'clock to go out here and start driving Uber. You are setting yourself up for failure and discouragement. Okay, time is currently 5:14, September 4th. If you want to make the most doing Uber, I highly suggest getting up early in the morning because one, people are going to be going to school, people are going to be going to work, the airport. Charlotte is really known for its banking industry, so you always have people that are coming in and out of the city from the airport. What's going on? Okay. So the reason why I say you want to get up early is because you got to think about, when are people most likely going to be using Uber? That's going to be first thing in the morning, whether they're trying to get to work, whether they are traveling to the airport. School is back in session, and you got a lot of high school kids, believe it or not. These kids are spoiled these days, so they are also taking Uber to school. So you want to start your day early. I recommend, if you are going to drive Uber, you want to get on the road by 5-6 o'clock. So I would say, start your day early. The earlier, the better. There's still going to be people out at 4 a.m. needing a ride to work, to the airport. So the earlier you can get up, the better. So, if you started your day driving around 4 or 5, and then, catch that morning rush hour traffic. So from 4 to 9, 4 to 10, those are going to be prime time hours for you to drive Uber in the mornings, all right? Second best time to drive is going to be in the afternoons. You got to think when students are getting out of school, when folks are starting to end their day, and also with the highest amount of surges. You're going to see your highest amount of surges in the mornings and right there around 2-3 o'clock all the way up until about 6 or 7. And it really just kind of depends on the day. It's not guaranteed that the surges are going to be super high, but the probability that you are going to catch those surges are going to be within that 2 to 6 time frame and that 4 to 9-10 time frame. All right, other best times to drive, y'all already know. It should be common sense that You're gonna make a lot of your money on the weekends when people are out and about. There are certain events going on in the city. So, you're definitely gonna wanna drive those Saturday nights, those Friday nights, those Saturday nights. From my experience, I would say, Saturday nights are going to be your best money maker for the weekend. Friday nights, you can do okay. You can do okay. Yeah, definitely Saturday night is going to be your money maker. So be prepared to, put in some hours. I mean, surges are going to be their highest Saturday nights and all of that good stuff. So you definitely want to make sure that you are on the road on a Saturday night. Sundays, at least from my experience, typically tend to be slower. If I'm trying to hit a quest bonus for the weekend, I'm not gonna front, I'm usually struggling on a Sunday to try to hit that quest bonus. Best place to drive. Now, this is the question that I get asked most frequently, right? Let me just first say, there is no best place to drive in Charlotte. You just drive, all right? And for a lot of you out here that are thinking about starting Uber and you want to know, where are the places where I can make the most money, the Uber app is designed to get passengers from point A to point B. And as you, the driver, especially if you're a new driver, first off, you need to just learn your market, period. You need to learn these different areas of Charlotte, especially if you're not from the area or a surrounding area. So, you need to learn the University area, Plaza Millwood, Noda, South Park, Ballantyne. And as you start to drive, you'll start to realize, there are certain areas of Charlotte in which you won't get as many rides, and there are certain areas in which you will get more rides. And and Uber is going to take you all over. So just be prepared to drive. So if you're thinking that you're just going to turn on the Uber app and you're just going to stay within a certain area, then I hate to tell you, that's not going to happen. All right. Whenever I'm driving Uber, I can be in the University area at one moment, and then next thing you know, I can be downtown. And so you just got to be prepared to just put in the hours, learn the market. What are places that you want to stay away from, especially if it's an event going on, if it's a concert going on, like if it's a concert at the PNC. Me, I don't personally like driving close to the PNC Arena or picking up rides from there just because traffic is hella crazy. But you may like doing concert runs, or airport runs, which we'll get into a little bit later. So best place to drive is everywhere. Just turn on the app and get on the road. All right. Oh, airports. People ask me, do you do a lot of airport rides? What about driving at the airport? Me personally, I don't like necessarily having to wait for so many cars in queue in order for me to get a ride that may not even be worth it. I would rather spend my time, going out here doing multiple rides instead of just sitting there idly by waiting on a ride. Like that just makes no sense. So whenever I'm clocking in on that app, I'm just trying to, make as much money as I can, and I'm not sitting around, waiting at the airport. Now, if I get a ride that does take me to the airport, 9 times out of 10, I may get a passenger that needs a ride from the airport. So those are really the only times that I will drive at the airport. All right. So ways to maximize your earnings, ways to increase tips, or the probability or chances of you getting tips while you're driving Uber. Man, it's so many things, right? All right. So 1, this is just customer service 101. A clean car. If you want to keep your 5-star rating, and if you want to maximize the probability of you getting a tip, is keep your car clean, keep your car in a functional condition. You would not believe some of the stories I've heard about some of y'all out there in Charlotte. They're just like, really? You driving around in 98-degree heat with no AC because your AC is broke? Car dirty, car stinking. No, this, even though you are working for yourself, you know, at the end of the day, you are providing a service. And, you know, I just think that going above and beyond, making sure, and this is just the bare minimum, vacuuming out your car, having some air freshener, spray some air freshener before your passengers get in the car. You know, wash the outside of your car, clean the inside of your car. You know, that's just Uber 101, customer service 101. Have a clean car. All right. 2, the other way to maximize your earnings while you're driving Uber. Again, you want to make sure that you're getting up early so that you can catch those surges early in the morning and in the afternoon and on the weekends. 3, Quest bonuses. You know, depending on, because I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. There have been times where I've signed up for a 50 ride Quest bonus, and all of a sudden something pops up for the weekend and I'm not able to get my 50 rides. And so you want to make sure that you are being realistic with yourself whenever it does come to your weekend Quest bonuses as well as your weekly Quest bonuses. And you want to make sure that you hit those. I mean, that's just free money for you going out here and doing what it is that you're already doing anyway. So, you know, you want to go ahead and maximize on that. Another way to increase your earnings. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't even think, no, I'm not even an affiliate of them. But play Octopus. It's just a tablet that you put up in your headrest, and whenever the passengers jump on, whenever they jump in your car, they can play the tablet, and as they accumulate points, you know, you earn money. After you accumulate up to 250 points, Play Octopus pays you out $25. Now, granted, it's not much, and you know, you may not necessarily have a lot of people play, more so on the weekends, but it's still just a way, an easy way to earn money, you know, while you're driving. So, you know, I'm gonna put a link down in the description for y'all to go check out Play Octopus. The tablet is absolutely free. You just hook it up to your headrest and let the passengers do their thing. So it's another way that you can maximize your earnings while on Uber. Going back to customer service, man, you know, be friendly. Don't be a weirdo. You know, have the ability to read the room, have some etiquette, and it doesn't hurt to, you know, have a nice little playlist or something, you know. But give your passengers an experience, you know. I mean, you may run across a lot of people who are already wearing AirPods or headphones whenever they get in your car and everything. So, you know, for them people, hey, I'll leave them alone. My rule is, you know, I'll try to strike up conversation, but after a couple exchanges and, you know, I'm just kind of getting bland, little one-word answers, I leave people alone, and I'm gonna just turn my music up, and I'm gonna just take them to where it is that they need to go, and leave it at that. Oh, another thing. Now, if you're a new driver, my suggestion, and I think the suggestion for a lot of people that have been doing Uber for a while, is accept every ride. Now, the reason why I say accept every ride is, one, you know, you just want to get your numbers up. You want to get that time in. You want to get those hours up under your belt so that you are, you know, learning the Charlotte area. Also, it's going to help with, you know, getting closer to those bonuses. And after a while, you can decide, like, I'm not gonna take this trip because they got me going out of my way, and I don't blame you. Lastly, another way that you want to maximize your earnings on the Uber platform, either Uber or Lyft, is having something else that you're working on the side. If you got a side hustle, a side business, something that you are working on. Uber is a great networking opportunity because you just never know who you're going to meet on any given day. You could meet someone who could put you in the exact position that you need to be in, just because you talked to them about your business, or you had some business cards in the back seat for them to take with them. Don't be afraid to let people know what it is that you have going on. I think that the networking opportunities that are available with Uber, are right up there hand in hand with the potential money that you can make while driving Uber. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid to, have some business cards, in your vehicle, that you can pass out to folks. Let's face it, it's not always about what you know, but it's about who you know. So don't be afraid to, open your mouth, let people know what it is that you got going on. And I also think that, if you absolutely just love driving and you love Uber, rideshare, gig work, to that capacity, then great. But I also think that, we should all have some type of exit strategy, some type of, other plan that we're using the money that we're making from Uber to put towards, our ultimate vision, our ultimate goal, because that's the reason why a lot of us either drive, full-time or part-time. It's not to be necessarily constricted and confined to being in the car, but that's just my personal opinion on that. Driving events, what are my thoughts on driving events? Now, it kind of depends. I don't necessarily like driving in the exact vicinity of the event. So if it's a Panthers game, a Hornets game, something that's going on at the Bank of America Stadium, something that's going on at the Spectrum Center, something that's going on at the PNC, I don't necessarily like to drive going to those events, but I like to drive around, because more than likely, there's going to be surges around those venues as well. So that's what I try to do. I don't necessarily like driving through it, because you get caught up in traffic. You're not necessarily able to make as much money, because you may be able to pick up one person from a Panthers game. You may be able to pick up one person from a concert, but is the juice really worth the squeeze? So I don't know. So you got to ask yourself that. Like I say, for me, I don't like doing that, but for you, you may like doing that. So I think that is it. So if you gained any value, or thought any of these tips were helpful, make sure you go ahead, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want me to, maybe, because right now, I don't know, I've been going back and forth, my journey here with Uber. I've driven full-time hours. Currently I'm driving part-time hours. So, if y'all want to see just kind of what you can make on a part-time basis with Uber, drop a comment, like the video, drop a comment down in the comment section, and I may, just put a vlog together for you guys, just showing the rise and all of that good stuff, and showing what is possible. And with that being said, man, I think this video is long enough. If you're driving Uber in Charlotte, if you got any other additional tips that any rideshare driver, but at least for us here in the area, so if there's any other rideshare drivers, especially here within the Charlotte, Concord, Salisbury, Kannapolis, Gastonia, Rowan, Cabarrus, Mecklenburg, Anson County, just all around, man. Hey, if y'all got any other tips or anything that I missed out on, make sure you go ahead and drop a comment down in the comment section, and let's help each other out, as we try to, hey, just try to make as much money as we can while we're on the road. So with that being said, if there's anything that you ever want to do in life, remember that it requires patience, consistency, and more importantly, it don't happen overnight. See y'all on the next video. Peace. The hell was I about to say? Damn, I was cooking. Damn.